In today's video, we'll be talking about my monthly fragrance tray. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So you may see that my background is different. I am actually in my bedroom and I am doing my monthly fragrance tray, which is going to be new for me. And the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like since I've been doing my monthly fragrance trays, I've kind of been getting the same questions. So this month, for the month of June, I decided I would share it with you here on my YouTube. So typically what I do is every month, I do a monthly fragrance tray and I talk about it, like the items that I chose, I talk about that on my TikTok. I do not do it on YouTube Shorts because YouTube Shorts is too short. So if you don't know, YouTube Shorts, they only allow up to 60 seconds. And yes, I could do it in 2 parts, but for me, I've always felt like these videos were just not a ton of information. And so I just felt like it wasn't worth it for me to do it on YouTube Shorts or for me to do a full dedicated YouTube video. Some of you all seem to have a problem with that because you don't want to get on TikTok, but just for the record, even if you don't want to get the TikTok app, if you don't want to have a TikTok profile, you can still watch a TikTok video. All you do is click the link and it'll pop up in your regular browser, whether it's on your phone or on a desktop. You do not have to get the app, just for future reference, because I do not plan on doing this in the future. I don't think I'll be doing these monthly tray videos in the future. But, you know, who knows? TikTok may go away and maybe I will pull them and make them full YouTube videos. So the other question that I kind of wanted to address is a lot of people ask me with my monthly fragrance trays, do I just stick to those trays? And the answer to that is absolutely not. So for me, I do these monthly fragrance trays because it's in my bedroom. So I see these fragrances on the regular once I put them on the tray. And with me seeing those fragrances, it makes them kind of stand out to me more and I'm more likely to wear them. I do not force myself to wear them. I do not only stick to that tray. I pick fragrances based off mood. If you watch my videos where I talk about like the fragrances I wore for the week, I feel like that will really give you insight into how I pick my fragrances. But based on, you know, how I'm feeling, where I'm going, what I'm doing, how hot it is, you know, just what's the vibe, that's how I pick my fragrances. So the ones that are on the tray kind of serve as almost like an easy reach for me because there are times where I don't really feel like deciding what fragrance to wear. So I'll look at my tray and just easily pick from that as opposed to looking at my 400 bottle perfume collection and having to pick from that. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's like when you have a big collection, sometimes it makes it hard for you to choose, and that's with anything. So having this little set aside amount really helps me to kind of focus and get to know some of my fragrances, but I do not limit myself, y'all. My whole collection is open to me at all times. I just use the monthly fragrance tray so that it makes some fragrances more easily accessible. So since doing these monthly fragrance trays, I've kind of discovered a way that I like to do them. And actually, when we get into June's monthly fragrance tray, I will let you guys know what my new technique for them will be going forward. But up until now, I have been picking these monthly fragrance trays and I found that the amount of fragrances that I like to have on the tray are usually somewhere between like 6 and 8. Like my first couple trays, I think I put a lot on there and I felt like I didn't get a chance to wear all of them because like I said, I don't limit myself to just the tray. So I found that like 6 to 8 is like my sweet spot because it allows me to be able to see every single fragrance on the tray at an easy glance. It allows me to really like use those fragrances. And I just found like that works for me. So I think I've covered all those like FAQs that I get about my monthly fragrance tray. I don't know if I said this earlier, so let me say this now, but even though I don't typically set up my tray with you all on YouTube, what I have been doing is at the end of the month when I am taking away my tray, in my vlogs, I will give you a recap of how each fragrance worked out for me. Make sure you watch my vlogs if you're into that type of content because I typically do that recap every month in my vlog. And on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts, I have been uploading my monthly fragrance tray. I just don't talk about it. So if you're fine with just seeing what's on the tray, that is available on YouTube. If you want to know reasoning as to why I picked those fragrances for that particular month, that content is on TikTok normally. And if you want to know the recap, that content is here on YouTube.
So it may sound confusing to some of y'all, but honestly, sometimes it's like people in my comments or my DMs, they ask me to share things certain places, and I appreciate the suggestions, but also at the same time, like, I share things where I want to. Like, I don't feel like every single piece of content needs to be on every single platform. I feel like I try to accommodate you all, but I also feel like sometimes people need to accommodate me, okay? I'm gonna cut that part out. I'm gonna cut it out.
So anyway, let's get into a quick recap of my fragrances that were on my May tray. And then I will share with you my fragrances that are going to be on my June tray and a little bit about them. Now, if you are just dead set on wanting to see these videos monthly, let me know and I will consider it. I'm not promising it because honestly, the only reason this video is going to be longer is because I was doing this whole FAQ thing beforehand. But if I were to just do this in a video, it would probably be like a 7-minute video. And I just don't feel like that's really worth it, you know? YouTube takes a lot more work than some of the other platforms. So if it's just something that y'all are like really, really dead set on, leave it in the comments, but I can't promise that I'm going to commit to that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into my May tray. All right, so here is my May tray, and I know y'all see stuff off to the side, but we're going to talk about that. So real quick, I'm going to pop in a picture of what my May tray looked like at the beginning of the month. And here it is now. So some stuff has changed. Okay, so we're going to start with these little items over here. So Electric Cherry from Tom Ford was on my May tray. And this is a bright, sweet cherry that turns into a floral. Not my favorite from the line, but it is a pretty scent. But I put this on my tray because I wanted to use it up. And now it's off the tray because I used it up, y'all. So this bottle is empty. There might be like a tiny bit left in there, but I can't spray it out any longer. And I'm happy to have used it up. This is not going to be a repurchase for me, at least no time soon. Next up over here is a new fragrance, and I just set it up here because it's new. So this is Quattro Peasy from Xerjoff. I do plan on doing a review of this, so that's why it's sitting up there, but it was not technically a part of my May tray, so we're not really going to talk about it. The next fragrance that's over here is Tamarindo by Memo Paris, and this was a part of my original May tray. This is a tropical fruity scent, so I feel like I can smell like pineapple, maybe guava, I don't know, like a mix of tropical fruits with some florals in the background. And this is a fragrance that I smelled in store and ended up purchasing it, not in store, thank God, because I was able to get it for a much cheaper price online. But I did smell this in store. It was not a blind buy. But I will say, after having it on my tray, I decided this is not for me. So this is actually listed for sale right now on my Mercari. And it's not that it's a bad scent. I just felt like it didn't do it for me once I wore it. Like, to me, it smells prettier in the bottle than it does on me. And I just felt like I was a little bit bored with it. Like, when I did reach for it, and I probably wore it like 3 or 4 times, but when I did reach for it, like, especially like that 3rd to 4th time, I felt like I was forcing myself to just kind of see if I liked it. And I just feel like with a fragrance collection the size of mine, I don't want to have to force myself to wear something. So yeah, this one is actually one that is being decluttered. All right, now for the actual tray. So we're going to start in the bag. And this one is one that did not start out on my May tray. This is Coeur des Anges from Atelier Dior's, but this one did not start out on my May tray. But once I decided to remove Tamarindo and list it for sale, I decided to put this as a replacement. This is what smells like to me like an orange juice type of scent, but it's not super sweet. It's kind of sparkly. I only ended up wearing this twice once I put it on the tray, but it was a pretty like everyday type scent and good for the gym as well, very refreshing. Next up is Feve Delicious from Dior. This is one of my favorite scents. It is a heavy tonka bean scent, and this is not the normal time of year that I would wear this. However, I put it on my tray because I felt like it would be a good choice for cozy nights in. One thing that I've been trying to do kind of lately is to try out fragrances that I wouldn't normally wear in that time of year. So for instance, I normally only wear this in the fall or winter. And so I wanted to put it on this spring summer tray and just see how it fared, you know, but I only ended up wearing this to bed. So I really didn't check it out during the daytime, but I'm happy with that. This is one that I have loved for so long, and I was happy to use it this month. So next up is this one from Lattafa. This is the Bade Al Oud Honor and Glory. This is a pineapple, creamy, like creme brulee type of scent. So it's like a sweet scent that has pineapple that gives it sharpness and freshness. And then it also has this musk to it. It's really pretty. And this is actually my scent for today. So this one is one that I probably ended up wearing maybe about 3 or 4 times this month. And I really enjoyed wearing it. I really like this for hot weather. Next up is Thameen Cords. Now this one was not a part of my initial tray, but I put it on the tray because it was sent to me in PR. So this was sent to me from Twisted Lily. So thank you so much to Twisted Lily for sending this out. This is a newer release from Thameen, and it's one that I've had my eye on since it was released. However, I feel like with Thameen fragrances, they're really not easy blind buys because they can always fool you. So this fragrance to me comes off a lot darker and more leathery than I expected. So when I smell this, I get kind of a leathery smell, but it's kind of like a smooth leather. And then as the fragrance begins to wear, some sweetness does start to come out. And I feel like there's some sort of floral note that comes out. But overall, I think of this as more of a leather scent. So I did enjoy wearing it. I wore it 3 times. Yes, 3 times I wore it. And I did enjoy wearing it, but I also felt like it was a little heavy for this time of year. Although I like it, I'm probably going to sit it aside until the fall, winter, unless I use it to layer with, because I'm still kind of playing around with it. This is a pretty heavy scent, so you only need a few sprays, especially if you're a woman, but I definitely could see a man wearing this year round. But for me, I think I'm either going to maybe try to layer with it or wait to the fall, winter to wear it. But I am grateful to have this in my collection. So again, thank you to Twisted Lily. I do have a discount code with Twisted Lily, so make sure you check out my description box. I'll have the link and discount code down there. Next on my tray was Nomad from Bond Number 9. This is a beautiful fruity oud scent, and the fruit that shows up the most for me is quince. I think it also has maybe pear in here, so it has that sweet kind of juicy type of fruitiness. And then to me, I don't know if oud is a note in here, but that's what it smells like to me, like a oud that is mixed with fruits and maybe some woodiness. So I actually only ended up wearing this 1 time because I feel like this is more of a formal scent for me, but I really need to kind of try it out more, really, because I feel like I, for some reason, have put this in a formal type category, and that doesn't allow me to use it as much, but I really need to try to wear this more every day. And I was hoping to do that this month, but I just didn't. But I just do love the scent, and it's definitely sticking around. So next up is Pistachio by DS and Durga. I do have an entire video dedicated to this, but this is a nutty pistachio. It's not very sweet. It's more like nutty and maybe has a tonka bean type base to it and a little bit of spice to it. It's beautiful, and I did enjoy wearing this month. I wore it alone, and I also layered it with electric cherry, I think once, but I did enjoy wearing it. Next up is Santal Dan Shah from Armani Privé. This is a sandalwood scent that definitely is more of a woody sandalwood, so it kind of smells like pencil shavings, but in a very like smooth, refined way. I put this on my fragrance tray as an easy reach, and I felt like it served that purpose. I think I wore it maybe twice. But I did enjoy wearing it, and I actually even wore this to the gym once, which was my first time doing that, and I did not find it to be overpowering. So I am glad I had this on the tray as well. And then the last fragrance is Vanilla Powder from Matiere Premier. This fragrance is a vanilla scent for the non-gourmand vanilla lover. So to me, this is a kind of more dry vanilla. It does have some sweetness to it because it's vanilla, but it's kind of a more dry vanilla mixed with coconut. But again, it's not a very creamy coconut. To me, this fragrance just smells dry when I smell it, but in a good way. It's giving tropical vibes without going that traditional tropical route. So I did enjoy wearing this. I think I wore this maybe about 3 times, maybe. But this was one that I hadn't really worn before. I think I hadn't ever worn it when I put it on the tray. So I did enjoy getting to know it more this month. So guys, I had to sit down because honestly my arm was killing me because I was holding the camera in one hand and then holding the bottles in the other. So now y'all are on a tripod and I'm sitting down to do the second half of this video. So now I'm going to share with you my new way that I'll be doing my tray. I think for the rest of this year, I'm going to try to stick to this. And I will be sharing with you the fragrances that will be going on my June tray. And then at the end of that, I'll show you like I'll insert a quick clip of y'all actually seeing me put it on my tray. So I have my phone here because I decided for this month's tray and going forward, I plan on using categories to put fragrances on my tray. And so I have 9 categories that I'm going to be going by. So for this particular video, I'm going to tell you the category for each one and show you what fragrance I picked for this month around. So my first category is my day-to-day scent. And again, I'm still going to be choosing from my whole collection. I just want my tray to like basically be a full tray, meaning like every single category is represented that I could probably want for a month. So anyway, I know this sounds complicated, but y'all, I've really just been enjoying doing this, honestly. So my day-to-day scent for June is going to be Guerlain Bosca Vanilla Forte. So this fragrance is a fragrance that is newer to me, and I've actually never worn it. And so I figured it would be great for the tray. This is a kind of salty vanilla. It might have coconut in it as well, and maybe some florals, but it's definitely a more kind of tropical vanilla. It's beautiful though, and I really can't wait to wear it. And because I've gotten so many fragrances this year, I just feel like I haven't gotten around to wearing this one yet, but I'm excited to put it on this month's tray. The next category is my more special daytime scent. So the fragrance that I chose for that category is Angel Nova by Mugler. This is a beautiful like raspberry rose scent. It also has some woodiness in the base, and I find this fragrance to just be very juicy, but I also find it to be quite fun. I do like to wear this during the summer, and because of where it's located in my collection, I feel like I haven't really been reaching for it yet. So I figured that June is a great time to go ahead and put this out on my tray and start back using it. I know it doesn't look like I've used it, but these star bottles are quite deceptive. So if you flip it upside down, you can see I have used it quite a bit. Hopefully that's showing up on camera, but my dent is about right here. The next category is my bedtime / cozy scent. And I felt like this was important because typically for bedtime, I don't want to think too hard about what I want to wear, and I usually want to go for something somewhat cozy. So the fragrance I decided to pick was Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. Now this fragrance is a pistachio scent, and it does have some sweet gourmand elements to it, but it also has this fresh nature to it. So I'm hoping that this actually works out for a cozy scent. But honestly, like I'm using the categories to pick the fragrances. That doesn't mean I have to stick to them. So if I want to wear this for a day, I can do that. Like it's no real rules. I just using the categories to help me be able to choose from my collection. So anyway, this is one that I haven't worn in a while, but it smells really, really good, y'all. And I feel like June is going to be a perfect time to pull it out. So again, that's Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. The next category is a night out scent. And the fragrance I decided to go for is Guerlain Tobacco Honey. So I got this fragrance for my birthday last year when I turned 40. And y'all, I love this scent. I really do. And I feel like it's kind of becoming one of those scents that I save for special occasions. And I don't want to do that because it smells so good. And I do feel like, although it's a tobacco scent, I do feel like it's not so heavy. It's a very refined scent, and I feel like I can still get away with it in the summer at nighttime. Because honestly, when I got it, my birthday's in September, but it was still hot here when I got it. So I wore it at that point. So I feel like I can wear this one year round. So why not put it on my June tray and just, you know, wear her? So again, that's Tobacco Honey from Guerlain. My next category is Date Night In. So for this particular category, I wanted something that was like a nighttime scent, but kind of like leaning more sexy. So if I'm hanging out with my husband, we're watching a movie or whatever, it doesn't just have to be like a cozy scent. It can be something a little bit more sexy. So the fragrance I decided to go for was Rosenda Mateau No. 5. Y'all know I love this scent. This is probably one of my top 10 fragrances. This is a musky scent that has this bit of an animalic touch to it, but it also kind of smells like there's some vanilla. It smells like there's some sort of like suede in it. It is so addictive to me, and it's been probably a couple months since I've worn it, so I wanted to put it on my tray, y'all. Even though I don't need help to wear this fragrance, it's been a couple months, so I'm like, you know what, let me put the good girl on the tray and see if I can get a bigger dent in her, because I love this fragrance. So why not use it? So again, that's Rosenda Mateau No. 5. The next category I came up with is a gym scent / clean girl scent. I definitely wanted to have a fragrance on there that I could wear to the gym, or that I can just wear when I want to smell like clean and fresh. Not necessarily like laundry detergent or whatever, it could be that, but like just something that was like very easygoing. So the fragrance I decided to go for is Sunny Side Up from Juliet Has a Gun. I've had for a long time, and it's been a while since I wore it, but I love this fragrance. This is one that I've loved for years, and it's to me a sandalwood and coconut scent, but it has that molecular vibe that Juliet Has a Gun fragrances are kind of known for. So it's very airy, lightweight, can be worn alone, also does really well for layering. I actually really like to layer this with Santal Complet from Fragrance Du Bois, so I'll probably do that at some point this month, but I figured this would be a good one because I could wear it alone, I could layer it, I could wear it to the gym, I can wear it to the bed. Like, it can basically go anywhere with me. So again, that is Sunny Side Up from Juliet Has a Gun. The next category is a fragrance that I want to use up and or dent. And I've been doing this for the past couple months, trying to put something on my tray that I want to use up. And that's actually how I've used up a couple bottles this year. Like, that never happens for me. So the fragrance that I pick is from Xerjoff, and this is Cruz del Sur 2. So this fragrance is a mango scent, but this is a milky mango. And I'm not trying to use it up because I hate it. I'm trying to just use it so I can use up my fragrances. I've had this fragrance for probably like 3 or 4 years. And sometimes when my fragrances get kind of low, I stop using them. And you can see I'm not low, but I'm like halfway done. And then I kind of just stop using them. So yeah, it still smells amazing. And I feel like June is a great time to pull out this summery scent. Although for some people, I've heard them say this is too thick for the summer for them, but I don't find that to be the case. This does have kind of like a nutty undertone to it. So it's not an easy like blind buy type of scent, but I love this fragrance. So again, that's Cruz del Sur 2 from Xerjoff. The next category is a fragrance that is brand new to my collection, or I have never worn it. So this fragrance that I have to share with you today is one that's not brand new. I've had it for probably about 3 months, but I have not worn it yet. I know, it's horrible. So the fragrance I'm talking about is also from Xerjoff, and this is Muse. So this fragrance is, from what I remember, it's like a, yeah, it kind of smells like a grape soda type of scent. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. But it definitely is sweet, and I don't know what else, y'all. But that's why it's going on my tray, so I can get to know this fragrance. So I'm excited to have this on the tray. I think that I'll probably end up wearing this during the day, maybe at night too. I don't know. I don't know where I'll be going, but yeah, I'm excited to put this on the tray and get to know it more. And then the last category is my wild card fragrance. So for me, this fragrance can be anything I want to put on a tray. It can duplicate something that's already up there. It can be whatever I want to put on the tray, just like randomly. So the fragrance that I chose this time around is from Serge Lutens, and this is 5 o'clock Eau de Gingembre. So this is a ginger scent. Y'all know I love ginger, but this is not one that I use very often. So I wanted to put it on the tray, mainly because I don't use it very often. I love ginger, and I really just want to get to know this fragrance more and to see if this is going to be a ginger I stick with or if this is one that's going to leave. So that's kind of my reasoning for putting it on the tray. But I do enjoy it. But to me, it kind of just smells like a basic ginger. Like ginger, and that's it. But I do need to get to know this fragrance more, so I'm excited to have it on my tray for the month of June. So I hope this video was helpful for you all. I hope I was able to answer some questions about my fragrance tray and why I do it. And I'm excited to have this new format going forward as for how I pick my fragrances every month. If you want to see me put my fragrances on the tray, I'm going to put it at the very end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned until the very end of this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, check out my website and get on my email list over there so we can stay connected. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to see these items go up on my tray.